We've got a second question here, and I think it's from Clayton.
My name is Clayton Tyndall from Worksop, live in Manton. My question for the Chief Constable is, because we are a rural and urban area, consists of 2 towns, several villages, and quite rural in the landscape, is that we experience a lot of crime that goes across the district, and can we kind of have a guarantee that his focuses are on both town centre issues, drug-related issues, to rural crime, where they can get from one end of the district to the other end, and focus his team on the outcomes in both.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. In short, yes, is probably the answer. So we do have an offer that is both for the rural communities and for the urban communities. And if we take Worksop for an example, we have very much a dedicated town centre neighbourhood team that focuses on a lot of the repeat issues, such as antisocial behaviour in the market, sort of, in and around the marketplace, prolific shoplifters, as well as some of the more antisocial behaviour associated with drink and drugs. We are also very mindful that we have a very large rural community. So we've got dedicated neighbourhood police officers working in every beat, and that goes across the rural areas. We also have staff who are trained in both rural crime and wildlife crime, and that's not simply around the sort of more traditional baiting offences and sort of wildlife crime offences. This is around crimes that take place in rural communities, so whether that's theft of plant machinery, the more traditional crimes that take place sort of behind closed doors, so drink driving can take place in a lot of those rural areas. We'll focus on those different areas as well. But it is really making sure that we don't just do a one-size-fits-all. We tailor our policing response, we tailor the shifts that our staff are deployed and work in those areas. But every neighbourhood, whether it's rural or urban, will have a named identifiable beat officer, PCSO, as well as a neighbourhood inspector that people can contact around their sort of local concerns. We are not complacent in any way around just focusing in the city and town centres. We try and share our resources across those areas based on sort of threat, risk and harm, and recognise that those are very different across the rural and urban centres of Nottinghamshire.
I think it'd probably just be helpful for Clayton to know that at Worksop we've got 5 response teams, CID team and 2 neighbourhood policing teams. That's a really healthy policing team there. In terms of stats, Bassettlaw's got an 18% positive outcome rate. The work that the Worksop neighbourhood policing team do specifically has a 33.5% positive outcome rate, which is really high. And we've talked about ASB. The year-on-year reductions in Bassettlaw is 16.1%. So a healthy team making some good impacts on the crime there.